Hello, all. Very good morning and good evening, everyone. Warm welcome to IFSS. My name is Sunil. I'm from Bangalore and I'm a volunteer with Indian Federation of Spiritual Scientists. IFSS, as you all are aware by now, is a non-profit organization and was created to provide a platform like this that can bring all the spiritual scientists, masters, and organizations to one common platform to exchange their learnings, wisdom, knowledge with a scientific temperament. So, hearty welcome to the last day, day 32 of MITA in 2023, a self-transformative program. But friends, this is only a last day from just this program perspective. Another way to look at is like a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. So this is just a beginning. So today we have a host of activities planned and a very beautiful topic to discuss, Patanjali Yoga Sutras by Dr. Sai Kripa Sagar sir. But before that, let me invite upon our own Suresh Kalburgi ji, who will be hosting today's session. We all know him so well by now. Good morning, sir. Over to you.
Namaskar, Salinji. Namaskar, all the masters. Namaskar, Sai Kripa Sagarji. Welcome to the session and show today. So, masters, as you said, it's a gala day for us. A lot of activities have gone through in the past, and someone said that you got a multivitamin feed in the whole session. That is a 32-day. This is day 32 of the entire series, right? Now I would definitely say that every one of us are enriched with a lot more knowledge and sharing an experience from the day we started till now, right? So that's a great journey, and as I said, it's just a beginning, and it's in all of us that we take it forward and then serve the humanity and ourselves, right? That's how we can say. So let's welcome Sai Kripa Sagarji. Sir, welcome to the show again. So he's not new to the platform, right? He has already delivered the multiple sessions on this forum in the past, and today being the very important day, we want to welcome Sagar sir, and he is the managing trustee of Pyramid Valley International, and he has also been very active member supporting many institutions, be it the SWAG, or be it vegetarian movement, be it PMC Kannada channel, PMC many other channels, English. So he's in constant touch, and he's been sought for many consultation or advice and seeking the right path or right advice from many masters and organizations within the IFSS PSSM group, at Pyramid Valley. So welcome, sir, and over to you for addressing the forum today.
Thank you, Suresh sir. Thank you, Sunil. Good morning, good evening, friends. Happy International Yoga Day for people in India. I'm sure for people in the US and West, it will come in a few hours later. So it's a very wonderful day, very energetically started by Sunil. Thank you for that very energy-filled, enthusiastic welcome. I know this is the last day, and it's so magical that time flies. I think I was there on day 1 or day 2. And we kicked off with the meditation session and Anapanasati session. And today I'm here. I know there are a lot of great sessions that happened over the last 31 days, and a lot of wisdom session from great masters who came in and shared. So it's been a big bonanza, big festival for all of us, both energetically and wisdom-wise. Let us dive into a bit more wisdom of masters from the yogic tradition. We'll just talk about Patanjali's Yoga Sutras for the next 15 minutes. So special gratitude to this great master, Maharishi Patanjali. And we celebrate International Yoga Day on June 21st for the last, I think today or this year is the 9th International Yoga Day since the time the Indian government announced it. And Maharshi Patanjali wrote this wonderful 196 Sutras compendium of wisdom. And today, there probably are thousands of sessions all over the world practicing physical yoga, which is called Hatha Yoga. But Patanjali's Yoga Sutras talks more about the yoga of meditation, which was a big revelation to me when I first learned Yoga Sutras a few years ago. So this is Raja Yoga. This is Dhyana Yoga, not Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga is the physical yoga that you would see that is very popular. But thanks to Brahmarshi Patriji and several other masters, there is this Dhyana Yoga that's also become very popular. So this picture gives you a timeline of when was Patanjali's Yoga Sutra written. It was written around approximately 650 AD or CE that we call. If you look at it, one of the stories or one of the threads is that at that time there were thousands of different yogic and spiritual practices, and Patanjali looked at all of them. If you look at it, the Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Buddhism, and a lot of other philosophy, he looked at all of them and wrote this 196 Sutras text. And I found several similarities between several of Buddhist wisdoms, Buddhist sutras and Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and a lot of wisdom from Bhagavad Gita and Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. So to me, Patanjali Yoga Sutras is a summary. It's a very wonderful summary of all the spiritual wisdom that most of the texts and most of the masters spoke before it, right? And you see Hatha Yoga Pradipika, that's a text that came out much later, around 1350 CE or AD. Hatha Yoga Pradipika is the one that talks about all the physical postures. So the Yoga Sutras talk a lot about mind, a lot about meditation, whereas the Hatha Yoga Pradipika is the one that talks a lot about postures. And because it's a lot easy for people to grasp the postures in the last several hundred years, I think that became a lot more popular. But now we've reached a level of consciousness where we're able to understand the mind, we also find the need to understand ourselves and understand our mind and consciousness. And that is why Yoga Sutras and meditation has been popular the last few years. So what is Yoga Sutras? Yoga Sutras are pretty much very straightforward. There are 4 chapters. The 196 aphorisms or sutras sutras are nothing but very short, very crisp sentences in Sanskrit. And there are tons of translations and interpretations and explanations given by various masters. You can follow, you can go on the internet and look for it and then look at it, understand it. So there are 4 key chapters. The first one, Samadhipada, is a chapter on meditation. It's a chapter on consciousness. It kind of talks about why meditation is important. The second chapter is Sadhana. It talks about the Sadhana Pada, which is about the Ashtanga Yoga. So I'll close with that slide. And then the third chapter, which is the Vibhuti Pada, Vibhuti Prasada. So once you understand the mind, understand consciousness, go through the practice, go through the deep states of samadhi, then you automatically gain certain powers. You are able to do certain things, you're able to understand certain things. So Vibhuti Pada talks about the powers or siddhis, and it also talks about the right use of those siddhis and what happens if you incorrectly use the siddhis or powers for your personal gain. And the last chapter talks about realization, talks about liberation. Where it talks about enlightenment. What happens to an enlightened master? Kaivalya, what do you mean by enlightenment, right? So these are the 4 key chapters, but for the purpose of our session today, we're going to focus on a very few set of sutras, key sutras from the first 2 chapters, the Samadhipada and the Sadhanapada. So why did this all come about? In fact, Patanjali Yoga Sutras is a wonderful treatise on the mind. A lot of psychology courses cover it. It's a wonderful text on psychology, right? Unlike the popular notion of yoga always being associated with physical exercise. So at any point of time, our mind is in one of these states as per yogic science, as per our Upanishads, right? So our mind is either restless, which is called the Kshipta state, or we don't have, doesn't have patience or intelligence needed for deep contemplation. So for some of us, when we begin doing meditation, we don't have that, what is happening? I don't get the deep meditation state, right? So Kshipta is restless mind, keeps on jumping from one thing to another. It's also called the monkey mind. The second one is the Vikshipta mind, the distracted mind that can be calm, but otherwise unsettled, right? So it's also called the butterfly mind. And the third state is the Muda mind, which is a dull mind, a lot more tamas. You don't want to do anything, or you are so infatuated with very specific thought, as a specific concept, or a specific person. So those are the three states of mind most of the time we are, without any spiritual practices. So once we start a discipline of any spiritual practice, the whole goal of spiritual practice is to get our mind to the other two states of ekagra. Ekagrata is one-pointed attention, one-pointed focus, concentration. And finally, nirodha is a suspended mind. It's a detached mind, right? And that is the goal that Patanjali seeks to help all of us go with yoga, right? And in fact, the very first set of sutras that Patanjali described in chapter 1 is yoga. So what is yoga? Yoga is nothing but union, right? Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. That is the first verse, or the second verse of Yoga Sutras. So what does it mean? Yoga is stilling the fluctuations of the mind. We just saw what are the fluctuations of the mind. It's always either jumps from one thing to another. It always keeps distracting, going down and round with different things. And sometimes it's very dull. Those are all the fluctuations of the mind. It's about stilling the fluctuations of the mind into one-pointedness, and then finally detachment, which is the ultimate goal of all spiritual practices. So yoga is stilling the fluctuations of the mind. Why? Why should we still the fluctuations of the mind? There is the third sutra that talks about it. It says, Kada drastha swarupe pastanam. So that means we all know we are nothing but consciousness. We are that specks of soul. The point is we forgot as we embarked on our earthly journey or material journey. So through yoga, through union with yourself, you realize who you are. You realize the divinity in you are. So that is the whole purpose. So why should I still the fluctuations? Why should I do yoga or any kind of yoga? So as a result of yoga, sustained focused attention, the self or the seer is firmly established in its own form. We act from our own true authentic self, right? So today, our mind is all programmed with a lot of things. I think we went through a lot of sessions for the last 32 days. So yoga is nothing but removing all the programmings, cleansing all the thoughts that were put in from external people and person, and we going back, returning to our inner self. That is what we call as inner transformation, returning to our authentic self. So what are those fluctuations? Yeah, before that, another detailed explanation of yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. Every sutra in Patanjali Yoga Sutra is so heavily loaded, right? And then every word in Sanskrit has several meanings. And there are several books that give wonderful explanations of each of the sutras. And just reading that is a wonderful manual of life. So what do we mean by yoga? Yoga is nothing but union of what? It's body, mind, soul, inner intelligence, body, mind, in divinity. So today we are acting as separate. So we feel our body is separate, our mind is separate, and then there are a lot of things that go through. So union of all these things, we are just one. We are not the mind, we are not the body, we are that consciousness, we are the divinity, right? It helps us understand that. Chitta is mind or consciousness. Vrittis are the fluctuations, the modifications, the tendencies, the distraction. We'll talk about it in a minute. And Nirodha, as I talked about in the first slide, it's about that state of silence, state of stillness, state of mastery over your own emotions and thoughts. So yoga is nothing but mastery of the fluctuations of the mind. Fluctuations of the mind will happen as we live through this whole material life. There are a lot of fluctuations that keep happening. It's about us. Mindfulness practices, breath mindfulness, the meditation that we've been practicing gives us that skill of being a lot more aware of the fluctuation. We know it's a fluctuation. We don't take it for truth and we act accordingly. Meditation and mindfulness gives that small gap between the thought and emotion and action or the behavior. Right? That's what it introduces, that gap. So what are these vrittis? I'm just going through some of the key ones. I'll come to that at the end. So Patanjali Yoga Sutras talk about the 5 types of vrittis. What are the fluctuations of the mind? We heard that yoga is nothing but stilling the fluctuations of the mind. What are the fluctuations of the mind? Fluctuations of the mind are the different kinds of thoughts that happen at any moment. So Patanjali say there are 5 types of thoughts or thought states that happen at every moment in your life. So the thoughts could relate to the correct knowledge, right? Pramana, which is correct knowledge or wisdom, as we call, is nothing but anything that we experience, anything that we infer, and there is a direct testimony to it, right? We know when there is smoke at some place, something's happened. How did the smoke arrive? Either we've seen it in person or we infer it from several other theories, right? So only experienced, inferred wisdom, personally experienced wisdom is correct knowledge according to Patanjali. All other knowledge is either incomplete or incorrect. So whatever you hear from us, that is why Patanjali and several other people say what is true is what you experience. You can listen to tons of frameworks, tons of consciousness models, the chakra model, the karma model, all these are frameworks for our understanding, right? But only when we experience it is when it becomes wisdom, it becomes a correct knowledge. So all others is, we think they're all incomplete, indirect, or incorrectly perceived knowledge. And the third one, which most of us are probably in for 60 to 70 or sometimes 80% is imagination or illusion. We think something might happen. We think the other person might have thought something because I spoke that way. We think or we fear something might happen. So these are assumptions and daydreaming. And the fourth one that also kind of provides a lot of, gives us a lot of suffering if incorrectly used is memory. Memory of things, memory of people, memory of situations, memory of feelings. Oh, that person told me something 10 years ago. I still carry that feeling. That's memory of that feeling. I felt bad. Right? So the memory of something that caused you to be fearful. Memory of something that caused you to be not understanding of something at the right time. So memory. And the last state that we are in is sleep. Right? And then the quality and quantity of sleep really matters. Your fluctuations of the mind depends on the quality and quantity of sleep. So pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa, nidra, and pratyaya. So these are the 5 types of vrittis, fluctuations of the mind. So what Patanjali said, it's not bad to have these vrittis. They're all fine. You can have imagination, you can have assumptions, you can have memory, right? You can have correct knowledge, you can have incorrect knowledge. Right? All these are the different states that keep happening. When are they wrong? When do they cause sufferings? Right? They cause suffering when they are accompanied by these kleshas. He says, when the vrittis are colored by these kleshas, is when suffering happens. For example, you're thinking about, you're recollecting something from memory. Okay, that person told me something 10 years ago. I felt bad. Why did you feel bad? That is because of one of these 5 kleshas. So number 1 is avidya, which is ignorance. Second thing is my self-identity, right? I am the greatest, or it caused harm, someone thought incorrect of me. Raga, which is attachment, desire. Fourth one is aversion. I don't want to do something, but I'm being forced to do. And then the fifth one is fear. When any of your thoughts are accompanied by one of the, for example, if I'm talking to you and I'm talking to you out of ignorance or ego, I am right, or I'm talking to you about fear, I need to be talking the right things, right? Or I want to talk about some specific topic, or I'm afraid to answer a specific question. So any thought that accompanies any of these, if you have any of your thought as any of these 5 things accompanying that, then that is what causes the fluctuation. That causes the disturbance in your consciousness, that causes disturbance in your feelings, right? So they explains a lot of the Yoga Sutras explain a lot of these situations. So the whole goal of mindfulness, the whole goal of yoga is about not having any of these 5 kleshas in our day-to-day life or moment-to-moment life. And that's what mindfulness also do that, right? And how do we still these mind's fluctuations? I'm just going at super fast speed, given the time. So just so that it seeds, you get the seed of what Patanjali Yoga Sutras talk about. And I'm sure a lot of topics have been covered over the last 32 days that you can relate to. So how do we still the mind's fluctuations? And Patanjali says, one sutra that talks about Abhyasa Vairagya Abhyan Tannirodha. The way you arrest these thoughts and fluctuations is through practice and non-attachment. Right? So Abhyasa is practice, Vairagya is non-attachment. Practice is practice of meditation, practice of your yoga, practice of whatever you're doing. And practice needs to happen with faith, energy, consistency. And non-attachment to things, non-attachment to people. When you're non-attached, then all those 5 kleshas vanish. And you always keep thinking the right thing. You always are getting connected to consciousness. All right? So what is the practice? And then in the second chapter, he lays out this practice. I'm not going to go into each of these. This is my last slide. So there are 8 limbs of yoga, 8 parts of yoga, which is called Ashtanga Yoga, going from the bottom to the top. So there are different types of people for whom each of these stages, they enter at each of these stages. So at the bottom is the code of discipline, the code of conduct. There is a moral code and there's a personal code on what you need to do and what you shouldn't be doing. So you shouldn't be doing other things like non-violence, right? So you should follow non-violence, not violence, right? And non-lying, non-stealing, not wastage of energies. And of course, aparigraha is non-greed, non-desire, not desiring something for too much. So there are a set of yamas which talk about the things that you should not be doing. And there are the set of rules or niyamas which talk about how you should do in your daily life, right? Purity, contentment, self-study, swadhyaya, tapas, discipline, which we talk about every day. And then Ishvara Pranidhana, which is surrender. So a lot of people start off there, and then that gives them the frame of mind. And then they get into this practice of Raja Yoga or the meditation, right? So asana, interestingly, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, the popular talk about only, there's one sutra that talks about asana, which is Sthira Sukha Asana. That's what Patanjali talks about, which when we sit in meditation, that's what happens, right? And then again, there are a few pranayama practices that are explained in chapter 3 as part of the practice. But when we do our breath mindfulness meditation, it's all about just observing your breath. That's what pranayama. Hatha Yoga Pradipika talks a lot about a lot of other pranayama which you kind of learn when you go through yoga class. The last 4 stages is what we've been practicing the last 32 days, and some of long-term meditators have been doing for a long time. Pratyahara is sense withdrawal. We close our eyes, we just sit deeply, right? We slowly withdraw, we distract. We kind of get rid of all the thoughts, all the sounds, all the distractions, and then start observing what is going on inside our mind, inside our body. As we continue to focus on our breath, there is a lot of distractions that happen. That is all pratyahara, the initial stages of dharana. And once we attain continuous focus on our breath, that is the state of dharana. And once we start continuous attention on our breath, we get into the state of dhyana, right? Which is a lot more deeper meditation. I'm sure people have talked to you about the different states the mind goes through, the beta, alpha, theta states. So those are all related to the state of dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. And in state of samadhi, you get absorbed. You have that union with your own consciousness, right? So there are these and a lot of tons of books that are dedicated to the Ashtanga Yoga, the different limbs. And there are books very specific to each part of the Ashtanga Yoga. And there are several parts of Yoga Sutras. Other people have their own perspectives and talk deeper about it. But that's just an introduction. It's an honor, a deep privilege to be talking about and sharing about Yoga Sutras on this International Yoga Day, and reminding each one of us that yoga is not just about the physical yoga, right? While Krishna talks about different types of yoga in Bhagavad Gita, right? Yoga, our union with ourselves, can also be achieved through karma, dhyana, which is what we've been doing, jnana, which is wisdom, and bhakti, which most of our Indian traditions also been popular with. And as Patanjali also says, Dhyana Yoga is the Raja Yoga, and a lot of texts around it. So I hope that was a very brief, I know it was very fast. I hope it was a illuminating summary of Patanjali Yoga Sutras. There are quite a bit of deeper sessions on videos on Patanjali Yoga Sutras on the Pyramid Valley channel. And there are a lot of YouTube videos as well. So with that, I would say thanks to IFSS and the entire team for giving me this opportunity to be talking about, or at least highlighting, the key Yoga Sutras on this International Yoga Day, on this day 32 of this program.
Thank you, Sagarji. It was a great enlightening session for all of us. And then for me personally also, it was a great journey to go more multi-dimensions of what the Patanjali Yoga Sutras are, and then how is it step by step graduated from one state of consciousness to another state of consciousness, right? So I also see that it's all about the churning of the mind, right? So it's just like making the mana nirvishaya mana. So dhyana nirvishaya mana. So meditation definitely makes the mind without any subject, right? So that's where we all try to reach out. So it becomes like a transparent and more clarified awareness there. So thank you very much. It was a wonderful session. I wanted to request you to just guide the forum or the participants here. What is your message? What is your guidance for the day? And then, because we have earmarked this as a International Yoga Day, which was initially incepted by our great Prime Minister Modi ji, and then worldwide it has been a great day. Primarily, as you said, it is more to focus on the asanas, the physical layer of the the entry point. I would say that the smallest crack that we get to move on to the journey of consciousness is the entry point to the physical layer first. So people understand more of the physical layer. So we seek your guidance on your message. How do you see, how can be the sadhana, how, depending on how you have achieved your sadhana in your life, and then how do you want to guide and need your message for another forum here?
Yeah, thank you, Soyesh sir. So the message is very simple. I think like Patanjali says, Abhyasa and Vairagya. So what I've discovered from my own study of the last several years, right? So each of us are made of different temperaments. For some people, the physical yoga itself stills the mind. It gives them the calm and relaxation. For some people, bhakti is a wonderful mode, right? But for most of us listening here, for me personally, we all come more from an intellectual path, right? So we all have been programmed so much by the education system. We've all been doing work. Most of us are knowledge workers, right? So we use our mind too much. The problem is we use our mind terribly too much, right? And because of that, we cause ourselves stress. To me, Yoga Sutras and meditation has been the key entry point for me to calm the mind. Why I do physical exercise, that's not helped as much as for me going into meditation. So be it meditation, for some people, meditation might help. For some people, chanting might help. Some people, physical yoga might help. For some people, there are a lot of other modalities that yogic science prescribes. My only message is there is benefit. There is a lot of wisdom in yogic science. Whether we understand or not, at least the only thing that we need to do is do that practice every day. For the last 20 years from the time I've learned this meditation, I've been practicing meditation for 1 hour every day. Even when I travel, when I'm at home, when I'm abroad, whatever. So 1 hour of meditation, just sitting still, observing the breath. And it's done wonders to my career, my health, and my interaction with a lot of people. So only message is, whatever practice you do, the abhyasa, Patanjali talks about a lot of sutras and abhyasa as well. How should it be? So just continue the practice. And as you do the practice, a lot of things will happen. Whatever you learn, wisdom, direction of craving, improvement in communication, improvement in concentration, all that automatically happen. That's what Patriji says. Just sit still, focus on your breath. Everything else happen. You don't need anything more. So my only message is on this International Yoga Day, let's all stay committed to a practice. Let's practice with self-discipline, self-commitment, and self-confidence, and trust in whatever we practice, we will become better.
Thank you very much, sir. That was a great message. And I do agree that, practice makes man perfect. And this practice is something very special and unique, right? So practice to be with the breath, that is always very important for us. And that is meditation practice. And this is a bridge from the individual consciousness to the universal consciousness every day, right? We should know that, we are the seeds of the same consciousness. So it's like taking a drop of your blood in the body and analyzing and knowing that blood is as good as knowing the characteristics of the blood of the whole body. So that we are nothing but the seed of the same consciousness. A union is what we are seeking, right? So when we practice and practice and practice, so from individual to the union consciousness, we all move into the yoga. That is a merger and integration, right? So that's a great message, and practice is the only key, masters. I do agree. Whether we eat or sleep or drink, it doesn't matter, but being with ourselves is the most important time. Being with the breath is a very important time for us every day. We should spend time within our own four walls, not getting an external way, but getting more internalized. So thank you, Sagarji. It was a great time. And friends, we open up for any Q&As. So we have gone through many days of wisdoms and sharing. So it might be any questions that you may have, or any clarifications, or any experience that you want to share. Please open up.
Yeah, I used to have severe back pain because of herniation disc. For a number of years, I was doing Hatha Yoga, but it didn't help. But 3 years ago, I started PSS journey. And then I used to have severe pain. I took 2 steroid injections for my pain. But then I realized, I saw some videos. Then I made a sankalpam to do 40 days, 3 hours in a stretch. So I did that. And then there was so much relief. I mean, since then, I stopped taking any pain medications. So I definitely agree. Like instead of physical yoga, like putting our focus on the breath and doing Raja Yoga meditation, it really helps a lot.
Wonderful. So so physical yoga also has its benefits, but then I think. So in fact, in physical yoga also, right, the focus is on stillness. I mean, depending on instructor, right? So we follow the breath, use the breath, right? Yes, wonderful, madam. I think great experience. Again, we keep hearing such experiences because of meditation. The mind calms down, and then you've probably gone through all the science that's probably covered here and how it's happened. So wonderful, great example, and thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, thanking you so much for having this 33 days program. I have been attending from past 32 days, and thank you so much for entire IFSS team. Today's topics, I have a question about this Raja Yoga and Hatha Yoga Pratipadika. Could you please a little more elaborate? So this Hatha Yoga Pratipadika, I'm very new to that word.
Yeah, so our yogic tradition and science has a lot of texts, right? So Hatha Yoga Pradipika is one manual, one text, which talks a lot about physical postures and pranayama. So a lot of it's a book that talks more about the physical postures, whereas Patanjali Yoga Sutras talk more about the mind, more about the meditation, right? So meditation or dhyana, you generally called as Raja Yoga as well. So that was the distinction between that. Right? When we say yoga, it's not just about the physical postures. It's also about meditation and there are a lot of other yogic practices. So that was the difference. So Hatha Yoga Pradipika is that manual of all the postures. It talks about every posture, what happens in your energy field, what happens in your body, how do you do that, right? What are the benefits and all that stuff. Whereas Raja Yoga is more to do with dhyana and meditation. And Yoga Sutras talk about the Ashtanga Yoga. I talked about the 8 steps, right? So that is one path. Hatha Yoga Pradipika talks about another path. And then there is Bhakti Yoga, which is another path. The different paths for each of us to realize our own self, depending on our own temperament and level of consciousness.
Absolutely. Could you please suggest me some books on this, which is right to, study more?
Yeah, so on Yoga Sutra, there are several books. One of the things that I found very simple and thing is one written by Swami Vivekananda. You can just search for the PDFs are available. And one you can start there, but then from there you can slowly move on to a lot of other.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
So before we close, I think I want to say deep gratitude and thanks to the entire team, entire IFSS team. I see Rajan sir, who's kind of under whose leadership this whole program and this whole initiative happened. I know Sampath behind the scenes and the entire team. I'd probably be calling out names only that I know, but I know that a lot of people whom I do not know are part of this initiative as well. Thanks to all of them, and thanks to all the masters who came down to every session and shared their wisdom, people who conducted meditations. Right? It's been fantastic. And I know being part of several programs at Pyramid Valley, the effort that goes into the planning, the delivery, the background work that happens, and also the technical work that happens. So deep gratitude and thanks to the entire IFSS team and the team of volunteers who have created and delivered this program so magnificently. Thank you.
Thank you, Sagarji, for acknowledging it. And definitely we have a short video to express our gratitude to all the speakers who have done this. And of course, we have a short video on the volunteers as well. So I request Balaji to play the video so that everyone can see and view. No, Balaji. So can we just play the volunteers video?
Time. That's M and Y. Meditation. There are no months.
For me, for everyone,
meditation itself is the path. To do meditation is important.
being aware in the present moment.
Expectations are right expectations.
Don't underestimate the power of your body.
But science has proven, it could be right or wrong. But what I'm talking is happening. For me,
when I say that I will come, then I
Chakras, that is Muladhara. So I think we're in a group conscious.
the book called Path Between Two Things Are Not Working Right. It can.
Meditation increases your energy.
Made applicable to them. Otherwise,
And I've listened to thousands of speeches.
Then we have to be here 100%. Not there. Now I'm an adult.
a part of the cruelty.
We are in the Maitri Buddha consciousness.
If I do this, I will get that.
So that means when we approach the law of reincarnation,
You are the soul.
observing my breath, how all this is happening.
And then I thought,
The fear-based agreements.
What is the right choice to make?
How do I get my meditation right?
That was simply amazing, friends. A big clap to all the speakers, right? So much of work has gone in, and then our deepest gratitude from the entire IFSS team for all the speakers who have made this a great show, and then spreading the message of spirituality and spiritual science. Thank you, all the speakers, and contributing this, right? So I now invite upon the mentor or the creator who actually incepted sow the seed of this My Time 2023. So let's all invite Sampatji on the stage, and then we want to hear out from you, Sampath sir. So,
good morning, Suresh sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Well, first of all, let's all wish Sam a great birthday, a very, very, very happy birthday to you, Sampatji. What a day to end, Sampath.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I remember celebrating my birthday with Sagar sir and family, Patriji, a couple of years back. We had a wonderful time during COVID lockdown. We all were stuck, Rajan sir, Girija madam, we all were stuck, Manusha, Shreyas, and TCS sir. I still remember. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, you have been the man behind the scene, pulling all the threads and tying the knot together to make it a My Time 2023. So it was a wonderful thing. So we want to hear out.
Ideas do happen in meditation. So all credit to the meditation. Ideas come. Thoughts we make, but ideas come. So I don't want to take the ownership of it. But yeah, I am lucky that it is channeled, and I never expected that a casual thought like this will get such a good response, such a beautiful participation, and it'll become such a wonderful program. Thanks to, first of all, I should always thank Patriji, because he is the inspiration for all of us, because he has shown us how to give your best yet be the simplest. So now coming to the 216 this today, why do you think, is there any reason, sir, why this day is chosen as International Yoga Day? Suresh?
No, I'm completely clueless. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure if I am right or not, but I see some coincidence. We take 21600 breaths per day.
Okay.
According to Kriya Yoga, a normal healthy person will take 21600. So I think that's a code word linking to breath. And it is breath that can connect us to our own consciousness internally. Within, oneness will happen, and that's when you can actually connect to all the beings, all the creation. Because
the breath itself, whatever we are practicing, it's into the breath.
Yeah, we are. I keep saying in my sessions that we don't breathe. Breath is happening. We don't have any control over breath. Hardly in pranayama you can stop it for a few seconds, but breath is happening even while you're sleeping. Who is breathing through all of us? All the beings, all the creation. You're on this side of the bridge, as Osho says, where you sense the breath in this body, but where is it coming from? Once you cross the bridge, once you start your journey and you see the other side, that's when people say, enlightened people say, that you know that you're one with all. So that's why we though we are open for so many spiritual societies on IFSS platform, we are stuck to breath meditation because it is universal. It is the same for anyone and everyone, irrespective of what their background is, nationality is, religion, age is. So we wanted to unite the human consciousness using the breath. At the same time, there is one reason why we need to hold on to breath. It is that one thing nobody can deny. You may have a different path of practice of yoga and practice of meditation. But ultimately, most of the people have to come back to breath ultimately. So Anapanasati is like, it starts with breath, and that's the whole thing. So that's why we are sticking to Anapanasati. We start on World Meditation Day on May 21st, and you end on a yoga day. So we thought it would be a fantastic time period to spend time with oneself. And year by year, if you keep spending this time for yourself, what happens is, you will not have that feeling that you're doing injustice to yourself. You're given yourself quality time out of one full year, right? So that's the thing. And thank you so much for, I can't leave anyone. Thank all the speakers, all the inspiring gurus, and, the volunteers for that matter, and participants above all. So this is helping us reach the purpose of IFSS. A lot of people still have a question like, PSSM is an IFSS, IFSS is a PSSM project. What is the difference? The purpose itself is the difference. PSSM is a movement, Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement. A movement is like an independence movement. You have a mission. You have a target. Take meditation vegetarianism and pyramid energy, also all the 18 principles into the people. That is PSSM. Whereas IFSS has a different purpose. There are many spiritual societies like PSSM, but we want to unite, create that oneness among everybody. Acknowledges the oneness, but we need to have a platform where it is displayed, the oneness is displayed, where everybody will come. It is very, very important to have our identity. At the same time, we know how to lose our identity. For example, suppose you are cooking a vegetable curry, suppose tomato curry you're cooking. If tomato doesn't want to lose its shape and color and size, the same with salt and pepper and everything. Everyone wants to remain the same, but you want the curry to be the best. How is it possible? So to create something better than you, which is much better than you need to know how to give your essence, at the same time how to lose your identity. And so in the material.
Yeah.
So that's what PSSM has set an example for. Patriji never encourages to follow him, do his bhajan. No, he always said, this is the target, work for this. That's how. He always treated all of us like friends. We know that. He never had a guru-disciple relationship. So where else, where we have a universal meditation technique and a master has guided us like a friend code, equal oneness, unity throughout his journey. So that's why IFSS has come out of PSSM, but it doesn't stop there. By next year, this program will have representations from various spiritual societies and beautiful leadership by Rajan sir, Karthikeyan sir. And I sincerely thanks Varnalata madam for holding the flag for so long. It is not once you have a big group doing things is easy. Things become easy. But there was a time where, during COVID, she was the only one left for IFSS. Everybody was occupied, busy. Even then, I remember the days where she was giving importance to IFSS more than her own health. So I salute her once again. And coming to this team who has worked, we are going to have a volunteer video anyways. I want to thank Prithvi for sharing up to 75% of the burden she has taken, because she was from a research scholar background and she was quite interested in this. So she made a job easy for a lot of team members. All of us gave our best, but just like Swarnalata madam, for this program, Prithvi gave look better than her best. So we all are thankful to her for that. And I just want to don't give credit to people, but for that spirit of volunteerism and service, which even you have shown for that matter, Suresh sir. You missed a session. You promised us a date as a speaker. You missed that because of your journey, but you came back and you did host the sessions, took a couple of sessions, and the role with the way with which you are playing the spirit. I'm a fan of that spirit, and all the success is for this teamwork. So becoming one as a team, and this team was trained by Sagar sir. Thank you so much, Sagar sir. We all got an opportunity with the Pyramid Valley programs. We could become a team. Otherwise, it was just me supporting him. Initially, in a couple of years, we have come to a state where, we are able to bring together a lot of organizations. So I won't take much time, sir. We have Rajan sir and Swarnalata madam, a lot of people to talk. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sambat sir. Indeed, it was a great reunion for me to get this platform and create this platform itself is a great thought, right? As you said, this is like a catalyst to bring all the spiritual masters on the stage and in a common platform, and that's under the umbrella of PSSM. So PSSM is a very big umbrella under which this IFSS is playing a very vital role to stitch or join or put all the beads together and make it like a garland, right? So that's what I can say and summarize it. This is like garlanding effect that we got, that we could bring so many masters on this stage, and then we could get the churn of all the wisdom. And as you said, next year will be a much more bigger initiative and bringing more masters from across the world. Definitely, it is a wonderful time. Thank you very much, Sampaji. So as you said, so volunteers have done a wonderful job here. because interacting with so many masters, like 32 masters, 33 masters, and then synergizing or coordinating with all the masters, merging the timelines, and then synchronizing the timelines, who's available at what time and what is the topic, sequencing it. So it's a big amount of job that's gone into it. So let's have an acknowledgement video. I request Balaji to play the video for the volunteers. Thank you. Thank you very much. All the team members who have done this a great job. I request now to invite Swarnalata Madamji to address the gathering here and give a message for the day, who has been the torch bearer for the IFSS said by Sampatji. Namaskar. Welcome.
So, thank you everybody for everything you have done all these days. Really, without you, IFSS can't progress. Thank you everybody from the core of my heart. And I request everybody to follow and to be a part in coming days also. Thank you. You made it a great success. Because of you, it become success. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am. So as you said rightly, our deepest gratitude to all the participants who have made this great success, and because you are the most important part of this, right? So without you, there's no session, there's no IFSS. Right?
Not like that, because from the beginning I know it. That's why I know the importance of it. That's why I'm continuing in it.
Yes. Of course. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your message. So I request Rajan sir to give his message and address the gathering here.
Thank you. Thank you, Suresh ji, for the wonderful anchoring done by you throughout. And especially your sessions were really wonderful. I do thank Sagar sir also for having provided this opportunity to conduct programs and coordinate the entire program of this My Time for 33 days. I am really wondering how you could gather so many people, such a massive and a galaxy of speakers for the entire session.
We had wonderful informative sessions, and I should also wish Sampath. Now I know what the connection is between Sampath and IFSS, because yoga has initiated him and made him a very important connection, and he has been the brain behind this entire concept of 33 days meditation and wisdom session. So, first of all, we should thank our great founder, Brahmarshi Patriji, and Hindu Jain for this excellent concept of IFSS, because IFSS has come out in the year 2009 with the idea that we should have a common platform for all the spiritual scientists in the country. So all of us are spiritual scientists, and that we have to realize. And once we accept that we are meant to promote meditation and spirituality to the entire world, we'll then be able to discharge our duties on this universe as a useful citizen of this universe. So here, I was really stunned to see the amount of knowledge that is percolated throughout these sessions. Every one of them did their best, right from Balaji onwards, who has been conducting all this. The camera, he has been in charge of that. Then Sunil and Hari and all of us. So we look forward to more of sessions, because after all, our job is to be a light unto ourselves. Let us be able to host many more sessions like this. I think it should be a year-long affair. 33 days should be 365 days of spiritual wisdom coming out from so many quarters. So we'll then be able to render justice. And this is what Patriji has requested us, or has encouraged us to do throughout our lives. So we pay all our tributes to Patriji on this great occasion. In fact, Karthikeyan sir has also been instrumental in helping us. And I tried to request him to align for this program today, but he told me that he has been invited by Bhikkhu Sangasena in Leh, Ladakh, for a program. So he is conducting the program today from the Shalimar pyramid. So our pyramid is coming up there. So I'm sorry, it's not Shalimar, it's Shangri-La. Shangri-La pyramid has been built in Leh. We had been there, and we were there during the inauguration. It was a wonderful program. So Karthikeyan sir is there to take part in the program as a chief guest. So he expressed the inability to join in today's program. However, he has given all his blessings and wishes for the program, and he will continue to extend all the support for our programs. So I am looking forward to Sanarata Madam also to organize programs wherever it is possible. I would also like to suggest that someday we should have the programs in Pyramid Valley, so that all of us are able to come there, conduct programs for people who are in and around Bangalore, so that our sessions become more and more effective and render the very idea, and we cater to the needs of the people who are wanting so much of spiritual knowledge. So all the best. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajanji, for a wonderful message. And of course, you acknowledge members of the team. Of course, great respect and gratitude to Rajanji, Karthikeyan sir. And he is like a think tank and a mentor, and taking to a new level altogether. And of course, he reminded that, this was the highest altitude pyramid on Earth's planet, I would say. The Shangri-La pyramid that was inaugurated by Patriji. It is a great place. Whoever is traveling today, please make a trip and visit to the pyramid. First of all, the high altitudes already gives you a concentration, because the level of oxygen is low, and then automatically you focus on the breath. And with that, with on top of it, like icing on the cake is this pyramid. A wonderful place it is. And I wish to go there sometime.
We could very well do it. We could very well organize a program, IFSS program there, and Bhikkhu Sangasena has got an arrangement and agreement with us to host all the people who are coming from PSS. That is already there. In fact, I made out that agreement between him and the PSS. I worked for it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. At 11,000 feet above the sea level, like I can imagine how it will be as an experience. Thank you, Rajeshji. So thank you very much. So friends, I want to welcome Shibu, who has been the prime supporting partner, right, to give his message and share his experience. How was it, the journey throughout these days?
Thank you so much, Sureshji. And thank you, Sagar sir, for coming on today. Thank you, Rajan sir. Thank you, Sonalada ma'am. Thank you to everybody. Thank you so much. And it's been such a privilege and such a joy associating and coming here every day, right from the planning days, right from the planning to conducting meditation, to hosting and speaking. And this has been such a joy to each one of us. And again, I think it was that you all saw in the videos, so much work has gone into planning, so many faces which are not visible, but so much work has gone in, right? So there's so much joy in associating with each and every member here. I mean, that's all I want to say, just soaking in the gratitude. Thank you so much. And to the participants, all I want to say is we got a lot of information and a lot of energies, right, with the group meditation, a lot of energies. So the two words, right, the formation, information and transformation. There's a small gap between those. Let's bridge that. Let's use the information and get it to a transformation stage. Let's work on this. Practice, practice, practice. All of us are here. We'll all be practicing together. Let's continue this journey. And to our Master Sampath, wish you a very, very happy birthday. I mean, such an amazing concept, right, Suresh sir? This particular concept of 33 days. Such an amazing concept. My time. The words also align correctly. My. It's really our time. If you think about it, this is our time. So everything aligned, my time, meditation to yoga, starting with the meditation to that union itself. Such a beautiful concept. Everything aligned. So I think the platform is set. Now it's on up to us to continue this journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Shibuji. So he's been heading the Shambhala solution and he's been consistently supporting and coordinating with throughout the program. Thank you, Shibuji. And yes, my time is a wonderful time. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, please also request Prithvi to talk on behalf of Shambhala.
Oh yes, Prithvi, can you just come on the video and speak a few words on behalf of Shambhala? And while she comes up, right, you said the right things. So my time, because that's the most luxurious thing that a human can do is to give time for themselves. Without me, there's no world that I can see, no world I can listen to. So Patanjali says, you have to be selfish first to serve others. Take care of yourself, make yourself a better human, better enlightened being. Then you can take care of the entire world. So give time for yourself. You be selfish first. Serve yourself, help yourself, enlighten yourself. Then you can definitely go around the whole world to take the message forward. So my time is the best time. Give the time for yourself. So over to you, Prithvi. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So first of all, my deep gratitude to Sam for coming up with the concept, and happy birthday to you. And it's you who has brought all of us together. The whole team has become one because of you. So thank you so much for that. And secondly, I want to thank the team for showing up the great spirit of volunteerism and being a great, coordinating and coming up and giving your best in everything. So thank you so much. And the participants, I really loved the consistency maintained by the participants, because that number, which was maintained on a daily basis, it gave us a lot of motivation to give our best till the last day. Because if people joining from India, it's really challenging to get up early and start your day with meditation. And you all have shown a lot of commitment and given time for yourself. The whole effort of this team was all that to make you prioritize your time and give yourself that time and meditate. So thank you so much, participants, each and one of you, for showing that commitment and dedication and being with us throughout this journey. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prithvi. Thank you, Shiva.
May I also request Jenny to speak on behalf of Shambhala as well?
Yeah, Jenny, please. Definitely. She has been so wonderfully managing and steering and playing a beautiful music right, every day, consistently. Thank you, Jenny. Welcome.
Hi, hello everyone. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. That's all I can say. That's it. Thank you. I'm just grateful to everyone for this platform, for this thing. Thank you. And I'm happy with it.
Thank you, Shivuji. Thank you, Prithvi. Thank you, Jenny, for coming on stage and showing up your face and also speaking up. And so, particularly Jenny, it's great to see you on the video and nice meeting you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so let's see, there's a wonderful being, Divya. She has been creating a lot of magic around the world through the channel Meditation Magic. So let's listen to her and what magical things, how did she get into this magical world of meditation, and then what's the, let's listen to Divya itself, so rather than me speaking up. So thank you, Divya. So your message for the day.
Thank you, Suresh sir. And namaste to all the grandmasters in this meeting today. And now all the participants, including the beginners or advanced intermediate, everybody has become grandmasters by finishing this My Time program. I congratulate each one of you. And I'm very happy to be here and very happy to work with all of you. And it has strengthened the bond that we already had, the friendship bond. And the PSM is all about having friends and sharing the knowledge and growing and evolving. And I can't wait to the wonders that IFSS is going to create in the near future. Thank you so much, Suresh, for having me.
Thank you, Divya. You've been doing a great work through Meditation Magic. We are all there to support, and I request all the masters here to subscribe to Meditation Magic. It's a wonderful channel. You keep getting precise, short videos and a lot of great guidance and wisdom, on meditation and spiritual science. So it's a great platform, and a lot of updates you get on this group as well. So thank you, Divyaji, for maintaining and monitoring and growing this channel for the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. So we also have another partner, Hari, who has been heading the Breath Universe, who has greatly contributed in making this all work together. So I request Hari, I know you are in middle of your day and your job, so
yes, absolutely.
A few moments.
Sure. Thank you so much. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate all the organizers, because how structured this program can be a model program for many other programs that can be done, like starting from organizing speakers, and then how well the scheduling it and everything. So it's a big congratulations to the team, and I feel so fortunate to be part of this program. And then also I should congratulate each and every participant who has been so dedicated for 33 days without any miss. I have seen consistently more than 70 people joining consistently every day. I'm sure everyone has enjoyed this program and then got all the energies as I am today. So with this, we're looking forward to work along with IFSS IFSS from the universe in many more programs to come in, and then spread the science of breath and science of meditation to one and all. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ariji, for coming on the stage and showing up on the video. It is great talking to you, and thanks for your time. Have a great day there.
Thank you.
Okay, friends, it's been a great day from the start of this session today till now. So now is a time for all of you, the participants, to speak up. You want to share your experience. How has been the journey from the day you have joined? Many of you have joined from day one till now consistently, without missing a day. And then you have attended most of the sessions and participated. There's done on the video, shared your views and everything. So how do you feel at that from the start till now? So what do you think? And your feedback, your experience sharing, your comments makes it's a lot for us. It makes a lot of difference for us to guide us how to take it forward, or any opinions that you have on this, or any feedbacks, constructive criticisms. All are welcome, friends. So it's time for you now, to maybe raise your hand so we can see you, talk to you, listen to you. Yes, Vijayalakshmi.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks a ton, because this has been an amazing journey. For me personally, I have attended every single day and great speakers. And most importantly, I think, I can see a lot of change within myself. I am so much more calmer, and my work, I think the contribution at my workspace has improved. And I think there are innumerable benefits, actually. And even for me to, center myself to the larger purpose of life, I think it has been a phenomenal journey. So please accept my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vijayalakshmi. So you have been into meditation since long. Where are you from? What have you been doing?
No, on and off, I have been trying, and I got into the meditation. Basically, I got connected to this entire group through Facebook.
Wow.
There was a post from Shambhala Solutions on Ho'oponopono. And personally, I have been having a very challenging time in my life. And I guess that made me kind of look for options, to really understand what I'm going through and why this is happening so. And that is how my journey started. And I did the last, breath awake, I think 21 days. Then I tried to practice it for most part of the days. Then I again, what should I say? I discontinued for certain reasons because life situations again overwhelmed me. But when I learned about this 33 days, I said, let me start again. And I hope to continue this practice, because there is a huge benefit, I think one experiences, both physically and emotionally. And this has been a phenomenal journey for me personally. And I hope I'm able to continue to practice, and maybe in future, I hope I can volunteer with any of these platforms to spread the message. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vijayalakshmi. Which part of the world you are from? Yeah.
Sorry. I live in Delhi, and I'm a single mom, and I work in the development sector. Basically, I'm with a humanitarian aid agency.
Wow.
Yeah, this is my background.
Great to know you, madam, and have a great day. Thank you for sharing your experience.
Thank you so much.
Simply joining in this forum every day. That means a lot.
Thank you.
That practice is very important. So thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Navnath Vataji, can just come on and unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah, thank you, Sureshji, for giving me the opportunity to speak. I'm basically from Goa, originally from Maharashtra, but settled in, you can say, Goa. And in between, I came in contact with the Patanjali last year only. So when I was working in one of the Vedanta Group companies, I had arranged actually this PMSS for workshop with Sri Narendra Udolkar from Hyderabad, who gave us, pleased to give us this. When he taught the meditation to our employees. Since then, I'm hooked up to these ones. I was very much fascinated with this Rajan sirs and Girija ma'ams and Purnima, their daughter, who has conducted this video, I think 35 series on thinking and destiny. I went through all of that. And really, I'm thankful to Rajan sir and ma'am for their wisdom, which has really brought so close to me to meditation. I'm regularly practicing the meditation, and I got a lot of benefits of that. Although I don't see any visual changes in this or any experiences during meditation, but changes in terms of my attitude, my way of looking at the world, compassion, love, all that has really changed, and all my perspective changed from myself to others, which otherwise, you can say, more of selfish approach I used to have that one. And that's really made a wonderful change. And the way these 33 days, of course, I couldn't attend some of the days which I'm waiting for this videos to do that miss part, to go through that one. But it was so nice to, listen to all the masters and believe, and, lot of so much wisdom is there in each of master who spoke about that. And really, I'm benefited a lot. I've hooked up to the books, whatever has been recommended. A wonderful journey, I would say. And I would like to be you can say, a commando in this IFSS teams. I would like to myself be a part of this one, which subsequently I'm sure will circulate some links and all that one so that we can join this one and we can help in spreading this meditation as well as getting benefit. Thank you, Surajji and whole team for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Navji. So it's wonderful to know you're from Goa. So I was there for a week with my family in the South Goa. So great to meet you there. So I have a new friend when I come there. Meet you.
Thank you. You're most welcome to Goa.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And thanks for sharing your views. It was pretty elaborate. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Yeah, we have Rajini Daswarani was raised the hand, madam.
Hi, I'm Rajini Daswarani. I'm from Kansas, USA. And I want to thank all the organizers and the masters who have shared their wisdom. It was a magical journey for me because particularly meditation was one thing that I could never do. I've attended several sessions, but this was the first time that I was able to sit through, and I'm blessed to have been able to attend all 33 days. Something about the masters and the wonderful speakers, that kept me going because I was traveling so much. I was on the road, I was camping, I was at a wedding, but I still made sure I did not miss a day. So I'm really grateful for everyone for doing these sessions and want to continue this journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajini ji, and great. And I know it might be late in the evening for you to attend this session there.
It's not very late, actually. It's a good timing. It ends at 9:30, so this is perfect for me, and it all worked out very well for me.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Rajini.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we have another madam with same name, Rajni, right? Okay, Rajini and then Rajni. Okay. Yeah, man. Can you unmute and speak?
नमस्कार सर।
नमस्कार मैम।
मैं आप लोगों का सबका तहे दिल से शुक्रिया करना चाहती हूँ, सारी टीम का और सारे इसका। मैं 1 साल पहले आपके पिरामिड से जुड़ी हूँ। मैंने पिरामिड भी 3-4 बार जाके आई हूँ। मैं बेंगलोर में मेरी बेटी रहती थी पहले, उसके साथ में वहाँ रहती थी, और मैंने सबसे पहले सारांश सर का कोर्स शुरू किया था ऑनलाइन। वहाँ से मुझे इस मेडिटेशन के बारे में पता पड़ा, और उसके बाद मैंने स्टार्ट किया, लेकिन मेरी पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग बहुत हो गई। और मैं सच में आप लोगों का बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ कि रोज़ मुझे इतना अच्छा सुनने को मिला। सारी टीम के लिए शुक्रिया है, पृथ्वी के लिए, मनुषा के लिए, संपत सर के लिए, शिवू के लिए, हरि के लिए, राजन सर के लिए, सबके लिए बहुत तहे दिल से शुक्रिया है कि आप लोगों ने इतना अच्छा प्रोग्राम अरेंज करा। और मैं चाहती हूँ आगे भी आप लोग इस तरह से करें कि शायद हमारी ज़िंदगी में कुछ और अच्छाइयाँ मिलें। बिल्कुल।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैडम, आपने ज्वाइन किया and आपका मैसेज दिया और सबका नाम भी आप जानते हैं कि कौन कौन।
मैंने डेली ज्वाइन करा है सर, मैंने डेली ज्वाइन करा है मतलब।
थैंक यू, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मैडम, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू।
And we have Sushma ji, who is actually from taking lead of the meditation magic. I want to invite Sushma ji to give her a bit more information on the meditation magic. What is it all about? And hear some few words from her on meditation magic. Welcome, Sushma.
Thank you, Suresh. Actually, thanks for all the masters here. And I really would like to congratulate this team who has pulled an amazing session. Actually, it is the session has been, I have seen like it has been, the knowledge has been shared for the masters at all levels, for beginners or who are in this journey for some years, or it could have been experts, right? This knowledge has been so profound and wonderful teamwork. Actually, I really wanted to say deep gratitudes from my heart and congratulations for this team and giving an opportunity, whatever small part we have rolled. Deep gratitudes from my heart. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. You want to speak something about meditation magic?
Yes, so we have been doing the similar service in the meditation magic platform based out of Dallas. And the Divya is leading this wonderful platform as well. I have been volunteering and supporting and doing various programs, like online programs. We do the kids meditation programs. We do corporate trainings. And we go and teach the meditation in different non-profit organizations as well. We have been fortunate to get such opportunities as well. And we do the videos. We have a YouTube channel where we do all the experience sharing and some of the wisdom sharing videos as well. And it has been, and our inspiration is again Patri sir and a wonderful team like you as well. This program has been a model. It has been, raised the bars for all of us now. So thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. So I see Kausar Shah ji was raised the hand. Can you just come unmute yourself and speak?
Can I be seen and heard?
Yeah, please. We can hear you and see you as clearly.
Okay, so basically, I was the one who suggested yesterday that if we can continue something like this, maybe on each Sunday mornings, and I was suggested that maybe we can formulate smaller groups ourselves and can do that. So I was just wanting to say, if this comes from Shambhala side or your side, nothing like it. Else, I would like to understand how I can go about it to create some type of groups where we can start somewhat a similar forum on maybe on Sundays, because that could be easier for everybody. Once in a week type. I mean, I can be volunteering for that, and of course we can get some more requests from your side as well to kiss you as well to get some volunteers for us to give us some people to attach to some people.
Yeah, definitely, Kausar Sani. It is a great ask here. I know, because it's all about creating a group and then maintaining it, right? So that's a very wonderful thought. I agree. We'll definitely moderate this feedback, and then hopefully we should definitely get what you're looking for. And we thank you also for prompting yourself to volunteer as well. So we'll definitely make a note and we'll reach out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, have a great day.
Thank you.
Yes, Vikal Gupta.
Yeah. So I'm not able to unmute myself.
Yeah.
So first, before I missed that. Many happy returns of the day to Sam. And my deepest gratitude to entire team and the IFSS platform and all the masters. I generally known as very talkative, but today I'm really falling short of the words to express my gratitude for these 33 days of the journey. And two point, as Sagar said that I was also thinking that if this, as Suresh you said that group meditation is kind of 3 times more powerful than the individual. So if a small group can be created, or something like if you do the group meditation regularly can be the part of that. That will really help. And second thing, if you must have feel like that, I can contribute something, so I am open to, volunteer myself or, whatever time I can take out and contribute to, this big cause. I'm open for that. And last but not the least, just, share my experience of last 33 days. So I think we started on May 19th or 20th, right?
Yeah.
Before that, April end till May mid, I was feeling so lethargic, not going down for the walk. Body was, getting up very tired. And, I was very upset. Then all of a sudden this program started and, I attended day 1, 2. And from day 3 onward, I started getting little positivity. I started getting up from the bed and you started a little bit of the walk inside house. I think after 6th or 7th day, I am regularly going down walk for 1 hour and completing around 10,000 steps. Lot of positivity, happiness has gone to very low and a different feeling. So I think and one more important thing, Surajji, and these are the small things and you don't relate and don't come to your mind. Like you said yesterday, when I asked that question and you said, these are the tools to reach to the meditation. It never came to mind, these are the tools we have to use to reach to the meditation state. We always keep thinking like, we are doing meditating by, observing breath or, visualizing and all that. So these really, are too much of the enlightenment I have got through, during last these 33 days. And thank you very much to all of you. Thanks.
Thank you, Vikalji, and wonderful listening to your experience, and that itself means a lot, right? So, a person who could transform and who can feel energized and charged up to be better in the life, better of yourself from yesterday to today, and better tomorrow than what we are today. A new version is created every day. It's called dynamic programming of ourselves, right? So it's all about being aware of the choice that we have. What can we do best out of our time and our consciousness? And that's what we are all in, right? So wonderful. Thank you very much, Vikalji. And thank you also for volunteering.
Definitely. Thanks a lot, giving us, all of us, an opportunity to, get our own time of that 1.5 hour daily for last 33 days. And the journey starts from here. So we try to, keep increasing that 1.5 hour to 2, 3, 4 hours of my own time and enjoy that.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Chetna Jagwani ji, can you just unmute and speak?
Yes, thank you so much, sir. I started this your program from day 1. I just started attending it from past 9-10 days. But before that, like as I have mentioned during these few days that I've been asking my questions and interacting with you all, that I have been quite regular with meditations. Thanks to Shreyans Daga sir, I attended his offline retreats. Before that, I have been attending his online sessions also. But after attending his offline retreats, I became very, very motivated and highly inspired. And not only I became very regular with my meditations, doing at least 2 to 3 times minimum, or sometimes even beyond that. Myself, I also made it a point I have been conducting some book reading and explaining sessions before that, on and off. So I had access to those numbers. People were, looking forward to having such sessions. So I took advantage of that and, started spreading these meditations to those people who were looking forward to, attending these sessions and going for better, transformation in their lives. So this I have been doing from past more than 3 months. Ever since I started my journey, since that time only, I started and doing regularly, twice every day, playing his meditations only, and sometimes, music meditations also, doing Anapanasati and all the meditations, morning as well as night. So just wanted to, share it with you. Like, this has given me, myself, a lot of joy, and a lot of peace and a lot of clarity, and helped me transform way immensely, way beyond my imagination. I have been into spirituality for more than 23 years in a regular way. So despite that, there were some gaps, perhaps. Those gaps have been cleared. And thank you so much. After joining you all from past 9-10 days, I've grown even further. And I'm so, so grateful to everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jetnadni, for sharing your experience. Thank you. So we'll go for the last sharing of the day because we have some more small things lined up now to share. So Sujaya ji, can you just unmute and speak?
नमस्ते मैं हिंदी में बात कर सकती है ना?
Sorry.
हिंदी में बात कर सकती है ना?
हाँ, definitely.
मैं सुप्रिया जी से त्रिवेंद्र से सुप्रिया जी से क्लास में ज्वाइन कर रही थी, तो अचानक मुझे ये माई टाइम का ये मिला है, पर मुझे इतना इंग्लिश नहीं याद थी, तो मैं सोच रही थी ये क्लास में मैं कैसे अटेंड कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि इतना फुल क्लास तो इंग्लिश में है, तो इतना समझ में नहीं आएगा, ऐसे सोच के मैंने ज्वाइन किया था। इन बिटवीन थोड़ा ट्रैवल कर रही थी, इसलिए क्लास मिस हो गई थी। फिर भी बहुत अच्छा क्लास था, मुझे इतना कॉन्फिडेंस मिल गया था, क्योंकि क्लास तो इतना यूजफुल हो गई थी, मुझे सब कुछ समझ में आई थी। और बहुत डाउट था मेडिटेशन के बारे में, वो सब कुछ इस क्लास में तो इतना यूजफुल हो गया था, बहुत अच्छा क्लास था। और मुझे इतना कॉन्फिडेंस मिल गया, और मैं सोच रही थी मैं इतना मेरा इंग्लिश का ये है ना, वो सब कुछ चले गया। अभी मैं सोच रही थी कुछ भी इंग्लिश में क्लास में मैं अटेंड कर सकती हूँ, और मेडिटेशन तो इतना अच्छा हो गया है मेरे लाइफ में, तो सब कुछ चेंज हो गया है। अभी मेरा एकदम मैं बोल रही हूँ, मुझे इतना कॉन्फिडेंस मिल गया है, वो कॉन्फिडेंस मुझे आगे भी जारी रखना है, और मेडिटेशन भी, और क्लास सब में अच्छे से क्लास बहुत यूजफुल हो गया है। और मैं सब लोगों के लिए इतना धन्यवाद देती हूँ, थैंक यू, और ग्रेटिट्यूड मेरा अंदर से हो रही है, और क्लास तो बहुत अच्छा हो गया है। अभी मुझे इतना कुछ भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मैं सब कुछ अटेंड कर सकती हूँ, सब इंग्लिश क्लास में ज्वाइन कर सकती हूँ, मुझसे सब कुछ हो जाएगा, ऐसा मैं सोच रही हूँ, क्योंकि इतना कॉन्फिडेंस अंदर से मिल रही है। और थैंक यू सुप्रिया जी, थैंक यू IFSS टीम, थैंक यू ऑल, थैंक यू। वंडरफुल मेडिटेशन एंड वंडरफुल क्लास था, और आगे भी ऐसे जारी रखना है। हम लोग नॉर्मल हाउस वाइफ है, हम सोच रही है हम जिसमें घर में रह रही है ना, हम लोग का कुछ भी नहीं होता है, हम लोग सिर्फ मेडिटेशन कर सकता है और आगे कुछ नहीं कर सकता, ऐसे सोच रही थी, और कुछ भी करने के लिए कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं मिल रही थी। मगर इस नाइट टाइम क्लास में आके मुझे इतना कॉन्फिडेंस मिल गया है, अभी मैं सोच रही हूँ मुझे सब कुछ कर सकती है, कुछ ना कुछ कर सकती है, ऐसे सोच रही है मैं।
सो बहुत अच्छा लगा आपको सुन के, बहुत अच्छा लगा सुजया जी आपको सुन के। तो आप पहली बार आप एक्सपीरियंस शेयर कर रही है?
नहीं, मैं तो लास्ट 10 मंथ्स में मेडिटेशन में ज्वाइन कर रही थी। एक वीडियो मिल गई थी जसवीधर कौर मैडम का, उस वीडियो से मैंने आगे जाके मेडिटेशन में ज्वाइन किया।
शेयरिंग फर्स्ट टाइम कर रही है, पहले किया आपने?
ने पहले किया था, पिरामिड में गई थी, करनाल पिरामिड में गई थी, और बैंगलोर में रहती हूँ। बेसिकली मैं फ्रॉम केरला है, मगर बैंगलोर में रहती हूँ। बैंगलोर पिरामिड में मैं गई थी, और थोड़ा एक्सपीरियंस उधर सब जगह शेयरिंग की थी। वो भी उस टाइम में भी मुझसे पूछ रही थी आप हिंदी में इंग्लिश में बात कर सकती है क्या? मैं बोले थे नहीं, मुझे इतना इंग्लिश नहीं आती है, मैं हिंदी में बात कर सकती हूँ बोल रही थी। उसी दिन इंग्लिश में भी, मैं हिंदी में भी शेयरिंग कर रही थी। अभी मैं सोच रही हूँ बाद में आके मैं इंग्लिश में एक दिन मैं इंग्लिश में मेरा एक्सपीरियंस में शेयर कर दूंगी, तो सोच रही है।
जरूर होगा आपका। थैंक यू वेरी मच सुजया।
थैंक यू। नॉर्मल हाउस वाइफ है ना, हम लोग को भी कुछ न कुछ कर सकती है, ऐसा मुझे कॉन्फिडेंस मिल गया इस क्लास में, तो थैंक यू पूरा IFSS।
आपको डेफिनेटली सुपर नॉर्मल है, मोर देन नॉर्मल।
थैंक यू सो मच।
भी कर सकते हैं आप, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू
सो मच सर, थैंक यू।
So friends, thank you all for sharing, and your participation and sharing means a lot for us. And now I want to invite Rajan sir for releasing the newsletter of IFSS, and his time for us now. So Rajan sir.
Yeah, thank you, Suresh ji. In fact, the IFSS newsletter was an idea conceived by, I think, Sampath sir and some of the other friends in the IFSS. I had also suggested that to a certain extent, because I thought, after all, we should have some reason to be in touch with each other. So unless you have something like a newsletter, you cannot convey the not only the activities of the IFSS, but also some knowledge.
Sharing.
It may not be profound knowledge, it may be some knowledge, so that we are also able to gather some wisdom and at the same time enjoy reading it. That is why that suggestion was made by me. In fact, I used to contribute articles for my own bank when I was in Reserve Bank. And the first article that I at that time gave was on the power of the word. That is, word power was the name of the article. So like that, when I used to submit such sort of articles or contribute articles. So then this idea occurred to me, why not we do it for IFSS? So when my suggestion was immediately accepted by Sarnalata and Sampati also. That is why I thought we should do it. Now, I have been doing, the first issue was released about 2 months back. It's a bi-monthly newsletter. Now, the second one is ready for May-June period. And I would like to give a small briefing about that, because my idea is to have the core spiritual wisdom in the newsletter, together with some small para about our activities, and finally, wit and wisdom. That means we have some sort of a humor, because laughter is the best medicine. That is what we know. It's the best medicine for all your problems of the mind.
Yeah.
So that is the way I have been doing it. Thanks to Balaji, who has been doing wonderful designing work and then getting it incorporated, and then it's almost 1 week's work, because I keep on correcting and then doing it. That way it has come out well. The first one I feel was good. I have not had anyone's reactions on it. The second one is also now ready for release. So today we are releasing it. That is for the period of May and June. So thanks to all the friends that have been doing it. You can have a look at this. So it keeps everyone informed about what we are really doing on the ground, and also gives them information about future programs. So forthcoming programs are also covered in this. I also plan to have some space for reactions of readers. That will help me to make it better in content as well as in the way in which it is presented. If there's anything else which they would like to have, some subjects which they would like me to cover, all this can come when I give them a chance to respond after reading the newsletter. But my small request to our team members is to get this circulated, send it as an e-flyer to all the people who have participated in this program of 33 days, and as well as let it go around the world as an e-newsletter. That's what I feel, because there's another way of our spreading the message of IFSS. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajanji. Such a wonderful and a great idea of starting a newsletter, right? It's such a wonderful, platform. And of course, as you said, the feedback from the readers is very, very important to improve. And it's a wonderful tool for us to reach out to everyone, right? It's a medium to reach out to all the participants here, and also who consistently keep in touch with IFSS, to get themselves updated and get the spiritual wisdom also. So I also request Sunil to join in and just express his view on the newsletters. So whatever is being released, and Sunilji, I think.
Thank you, Sureshji. Thank you so much, Sureshji. Yes, it was so wonderful to, seeding the idea of newsletter, because when you have certain things written, expressed in words, when we read them, it really motivates. It gives a lot of insights. It also provides like a reference point. So we are going to, there's a small team and led by, of course, Rajan sir, who is judiciously and ardently looking very closely every choice of words being used in newsletter. So yes, it's a long journey. It will happen for sure in a greater way. So at this point of time, I also want to take an opportunity to thank the entire volunteer team who has relentlessly worked. We have already played the video, but I still would like to call upon Manusha, Balaji, and Sharma, all of them on the cam and speak maybe a couple of minutes. Manusha, Balaji. Manusha, can we start with you or Balaji?
Sure, Sunil. I think I don't have PowerCut, so sorry, I'm turning off my video. And thank you, Sunil, for calling up. And thank you all the team. My sincere gratitude, because behind the screen, they worked really hard to bring this out and to make this so successful. And thank you, everyone, each one of the participants who all have come here, participated regularly, and joining us. Thank you, everyone, for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manusha. You have been throughout handling the chat and messaging, all the updates, and handling the Q&A. So Manusha has been a strong pillar behind the scenes. Yet another. Yes, sir.
Can I add something about Manusha?
Please, sir. Yes.
He has been so prompt in giving the names of books. I really wonder, because the other day, when I think it was yesterday or day before, I just mentioned the word spiritual intelligence, and I said I forgot the name of the author, and immediately she has given it on the screen. It's so nice of her to do this, because it has really helped so many people to make a reference to those books. Thank you, Manusha.
Exactly. These small little things makes a lot of difference, and that's what she has displayed. Yet another strong pillar, I must say, ever reliable and ever always there to help out is the man on the screen, Balaji. Over to you, Balaji.
Namaskar to everybody. It's indeed a great opportunity for everyone who has worked in my time team. And I sincerely thank every one of the team member for participating and doing their best in making this program very, very successful. On this occasion, I would like to thank specially to Sampath for giving me an opportunity to be as a team member in IFSS. And I wish him a very happy birthday. On this occasion, I would also like to thank Rajan sir and Swarnalata madam and Sagar sir. Way back in 2015, I have worked with Rajan sir and Sagar sir, and they trained me how to work in the teams. And everybody knows how to work with the teams, but spiritually, to bring out the flavor and to work with the compassion with all the participants, that is what they have taught me. And I was very happy to work with them. And indeed, what I am today is because of their training. I'm so very happy to come in front of you and render my services to all of you. And thank you, everybody. And thanks, Sampathji, for giving me the opportunity.
Now, I would like to say something about Balaji. I think Balaji is the most patient person I have ever come across, because even despite my being angry at times when the work is delayed, he used to answer me so very patiently and do the work with all the sincerity possible by any pyramid master. So he has been doing his best, And I really am happy that I'm once again connected to Balaji. And one more information I would like to give to Balaji and others, that I am now centered around Chennai. So we'll be able to coordinate much more and do much better work in promoting our literature to all the people around the globe. Thank you, Balaji, once again.
Thank you, sir. Definitely we'll meet together, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Balaji. Well, I have no other words. You have been the ever, as I said, reliable person, ever dependable. You're always there. He has been the backbone of all the IT related support and all the back-end works to help stabilize the entire program. If something has gone so smoothly well, there is this man standing behind, very firm. Thank you so much, Balaji.
Thank you very much.
I would now want to request Sharma Garu from Hyderabad. He has been one man who has coordinated the speakers and who has stood firm with everyone. He is super. I would say he is a Superman for us. Sharma.
One man, yeah, he's a one-man army.
Yes. And he has diligently done this so pretty well. We all want to learn from him how he does it so effortlessly and so beautifully. Sharma, all over to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sir. Firstly, I want to wish Sampath a very, very happy birthday. And thanks to our audience, Swarnata Madam, the whole team. It was a wonderful journey. And I have some bandwidth issues, so I could not switch on my video. But it was a wonderful journey and a lot of things to learn, a lot of experience. So I'm so happy that like the participants coming around, the icing on the cake is, as Kalburji says, he's the icing on the cake as well as the participants. Like they want to volunteer, they're gay. So what it's the most wonderful what we call takeaway for me. So let's all do this again and again, and then learn. And that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Sharma. Well, now I want to call upon one special person who is the most silent of all and who has worked from really behind the scenes, I must say. Her support has been so wonderful that right from conception, right from seeding of this thought, she is there and she has taken things through behind the scenes. She prefers to be behind the scene, and that's her greatest strength. Her presence is not felt physically, but she has been a wonderful support. Sirisha from US, New Jersey. We want to hear from you. Here she is. Hi, Sirisha. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, very clear, Sirisha.
Good evening, everybody. Good morning. I thank everybody, all the participants over here, for joining the 33-day program. You are like everybody are like consistently coming for all 33 days. It's like a good achievement. I would say like a bravo to everyone. And, I would say like, thank you for all. For whatever the small thing I've done for, doing, to making this all my time program successful. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sirisha. No, I'm in, throughout many programs that we have done, she has been the backbone. She has been the solid support. Thank you so very much for all. Great. So, friends, I hope I have not missed out anyone I'm not aware of. But last but not least, sorry.
Sunil, I think we missed Rashmi if she's available. She also hosted the session.
Yes. Rashmi had. Rashmi is also from North Carolina. You must have seen her in one or two sessions. And she has been wonderfully, gracing the occasion with both backs in support as well as in the front end. She is the better half of our own Shibu.
Hi, all. Can you all hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Good evening, Rashmi.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sunil. And thank you, everyone, for the opportunity. It was a great session I've been attending almost every day, missed a couple of days in here and there, but it was a wonderful journey and I'm happy to be part of it also. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashmi. All that
Is
you
Shibu by your side?
No.
Shibu is another room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are 2 floors apart.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you for supporting Shibu too. I know the support that a family member needs is really tremendous. Thank you so much. So we have already shown in the video as well. If you have seen so beautiful flyers and design and the artworks that has gone through in all the programs, the PPTs and the everything put together in the art side, there are 2 beautiful souls, Sita and Suresh. They have done this wonderful work, including the newsletter design, everything related to design, and her support from her work perspective as well as from her meditation energies perspective is truly commendable. It's I mean, there are no words to say. I must, because being a designer plus a meditator is a rare element, I would say. So yeah, there is Sita. Thank you so much, Sita Garu. If you're not on Monam, we would want to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Sunilji, and everyone giving this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. There are more names, Shreyash Bade, who is also a silent supporter and who has been working in the back end. But unfortunately, I don't think he is there in today. Great. So we can now formally conclude the program. But as I said, it's the caterpillar out like a butterfly. So the transformation journey still continues for all of us. It's just that the practice that we have to keep going on, stick with the practices. And yes, and on behalf of Team IFSS and our partner organizations, Shambhala Solutions, Meditation Magic and Breath Universe, I thank all the participants for joining this session. It was so wonderful and beautiful to see you all today. Keep the practices on, and you can feel free to chat your questions, put your questions in the WhatsApp chat, and let the journey continues until, by the way, it is just that this My Time program has concluded, but we are back with our bi-monthly programs like Wisdom Session and Master Session. 16th of July is our next session coming up. One of the participants I heard.
Sorry. Sunil, it is Sunil, it is a fortnightly program, not a
fortnightly. Yeah. I mean, I meant the 2 programs that we have in a month. So it's going to be fortnightly, the Master Session and the Wisdom Session. So, but July 16th is our next, it's a Sunday. These sessions happen in a weekend. So 16th is a Sunday, and the next program is on 30th of July. So 2 programs coming up. We are going to be continuing our regular program that we had before My Time 2023. One of the participants also mentioned if we can have this organized in a weekend. So this answers your question. So weekends will again come back with a beautiful topic. And so we'll keep these things updated in the WhatsApp group and the social media. So please do subscribe and stay connected. And see you all in the next program, 16th of July. Until then, thank you all once again so much. And say bye for now from IFSS. Take care.